there guys, it's Tina and I'm back, and I hope you guys are all doing great. If you're also back, welcome back. How are you doing? Everything okay? How's your mom? Tell her I said hi. And if you're new here and you like what you see, feel free to hit the subscribe button and join the fancy fam. We have fun over here. We talk about makeup, beauty, and just life in general. We just have a good time, and there are new videos every week. And for this video, I wanted to go ahead and share with you some of my favorite things that I've tried out so far this year, and I'm limiting myself to 10. Now, if you guys want me to do an extended version of this video, let me know, because I have a list, okay? I have quite a list, but I wanted to just narrow it down and not get too deep into it, because, you know, I could be here for 45 minutes. Y'all already know me, right? But we're midway through the year. It's June. I don't do monthly favorites, and then I do a final wrap up at the end of the year. But why not do a mid-year wrap up with 10 of my favorite things? And I've narrowed it down to my top 10. So that's what I'll be sharing with you guys right now. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and jump into 10 of my favorite things that I've tried so far in 2021. Alright, now these are not going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to grab and go because I have all of them in front of me. So don't think I'm ranking them like number one, you know what I'm saying? I can do a ranking for like bronzers or blushes, but as far as this top 10, there's no ranking, alright? So I'll start out with a face powder. This is from Kosas, and this is their Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder. That's a lot, but all it says on the back is Cloud Set. So this is their Cloud Set powder, and I tried this out because my friend Anisa recommended it. She was like, check out this powder, you're gonna love it. And I was like, all right, I'm not trying to get any pressed powders this year, but fine, I'll pick it up. And I am so happy that I did. This is so amazing. Now, just by trial and error, I recommend going a shade up in this powder. Just go the shade above where you think you would be. So this shade is pillowy, and it's described as a sheer medium tan, which I am tan, so I would think that my shade would actually be softly, which is a sheer tan, and it matches me fine, but to me it just deepens up my foundation a little bit too much. If you're going over your foundation or any tacky base, this will deepen up. So when I went up, this sets my foundation perfectly, and it's what I'm wearing right now. And it's so lightweight, it's not going to give you heavy coverage, it's not going to add to the coverage of foundation or anything. It's just going to kind of airbrush your skin. My skin looks so flawless when I apply this, and it doesn't look cakey or heavy or anything because it is baked, it is lightweight. It just looks so stunning on my skin. It smooths out everything, but it doesn't look so blurred that it looks like I caked on makeup to achieve this flawless finish. It just looks like beautiful skin, and I love the finish of it because it's not a complete matte, but it's not shiny or dewy or anything. It just looks like healthy, natural skin, and I love that. And it retails for $34. And I think you get a decent amount of product in here. You get 0.33 ounce or 9.5 grams, which is a decent amount of product. And there are 4 deeper shades after this one. Like I said, go up in shade if you're going to use it to set foundation and any kind of liquid product, because it will deepen up. So the fact that there are deeper shades after this and one looks so rich and buttery, I can't, okay? I just think there's a great range of shades for this, and I really love it. So I'll mention this one first. Now I'm going to continue with the complexion products and mention the 2 foundations that I have absolutely been loving. These, out of everything that I've tried so far this year, are my number ones, and I've been using them non-stop for the past few months, so I know I love them. And I've tried out quite a few foundations this year so far, and I have quite a few foundations in my collection. So for these 2 to stand out like that in my mind, I had to include them in this lineup. So the first one up is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. And I've heard mixed reviews about this, but excuse me, I Love this so much. So I have shade number 17. I also have 16, but 17 is my perfect match. And it's described as medium deep with warm neutral undertones, which is actually a perfect description of my skin tone. And I love this so much. It's lightweight, it's not heavy duty, it's more of a liquidy formula. It's available in 25 shades, which is half of what the usual range is from Fenty, but a single shade can cross over multiple skin tones. So you're not limited because it is a more sheer formulation. And I am so in love with this. I can't get over how good this is. And I'm like, those people that don't like it, what's going on? Why don't you like it? I have oily skin, oily combination, I would say, and I'm just in love with this. The finish on my skin is beautiful. It's just a natural finish. It's a natural matte, but it's not really matte. I just call it a natural skin finish. It glides over really well. It gives me the coverage that I need without being heavy, and I can see myself wearing this for the entire summer because it feels so lightweight. Gives me enough coverage. I'm not caking on product, but I feel like my skin is still perfected. And it's at a pretty decent price point at $29.50, and it contains 32 milliliters or 1.08 fluid ounce, which is larger than a typical foundation on the market, which is 1 fluid ounce. And a little bit goes a long way, so you're not gonna really layer up this product too much. Now the next one was a surprise to me. This is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. And initially when this product was revealed, I was like, ew, look at that, because the shade range was dismal. In fact, a lot of people made comments about that, like, what the hell is Clinique thinking? So when I saw this in store, I was drawn to the packaging, first of all, because it looks like a cone head, but I looked at the shade range and I'm like, oh, it's not as bad as we thought. There are richer, deeper tones, and my perfect shade is WN100 Deep Honey, which is in the medium range. And I was like, all right, fine. And they have a matching concealer and powder to go with this. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna test it out. And if it's bad, I can roast it, right? And then it surprised the hell out of me. This is such a beautiful foundation. This one retails for $42, and there are 42 shades available. Like I said, there are some deeper shades in the range, but I still think they can go deeper and richer because a lot of the tones tend to fall in the medium range, which is like, hey, what's going on here? But I tried this out and I was so surprised. The finish, beautiful. The coverage, amazing. It is like a medium to full coverage. It makes my skin look flawless, but the real selling point is the lasting power. I have oily skin again, and I didn't set this foundation when I was testing it out. I was like, all right, let me see if it's going to get greasy. No. It wore so well. It kept my skin pretty matte. It didn't like dry my skin out at all, but I didn't have to powder it for it to be long wearing on my skin. I'm talking about 8, 9, 10 hours in, and I'm like, wow, my skin still looks really great. Even though it's hot outside, I'm sweating, it still looked great on my skin. So I was actually pleasantly surprised, and I'm happy that I tried it out. But again, I think they can work on the shade range for this because they need richer tones. But if you find a shade match, I'm just saying you might want to try this one out. All right, next on my list, I'm just gonna get it out the way because I just did a video for this. So this is the Matte Bronzing Brick from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is the first product I'm trying from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I was intrigued. I didn't need to get another bronzer, but I said, hey, let me go ahead and try it out. I have shade number 4, and there is one more shade deeper than this. This retails for $58, and it contains 9.6 grams of product or 0.34 ounces. And initially when you see these two shades, you're like, is that gonna work? Is it going to work at all? This is supposed to be the contour shade. I was like, there's no way that's gonna contour anything. But it shows up on my skin, and it shows up so well. And when you mix the two shades together, forget it. It's perfection. Again, the finish of this powder, I don't know how they did it, but the finish is so smooth. It looks so flawless on the skin. It blends so seamlessly over foundation, over bare skin, over set foundation. It's just stunning. I love this product so much, and I wasn't sure what to think. When it comes to luxury products and high-end brands, their shade ranges tend to be dismal. So my expectations were pretty low for this. I was ready to roast them, and then I actually applied it and tested it out, and I fell in love, and it knocked all my bronzers to the wayside. This is so stunning. I love, love, love this. So if you wanted to try it out, I'm just saying it might be worth checking out because it is that beautiful on the skin. All right, we're gonna continue along that line and pull out a blush that also surprised me. This is from Lawless, and again, one of the first products that I tried from this brand. This is their Make Me Blush Velvet Blush. And I picked this up just on a whim during the Sephora VIB sale. I was like, all right, let me see. I felt it in store. You know, you couldn't swatch in stuff. I snuck and swatched it, and it felt so smooth. I know, do not even chastise me right now, but I needed to know. And when I felt this, it's so smooth. It's so creamy. It just glides onto the skin, and I'm like, ooh, wow. So Lawless has been around for a little while now, but I haven't tried out any of their products. There's really nothing about the brand that pulls me in. The packaging is pretty simple, pretty basic. There's nothing like luxurious looking about this, and then the prices aren't exactly cheap where you're like, oh, let me try it out, you know? They're still mid-range prices, so you're like, do I care? And once I felt this, I had to have it. So the specific shade I'm speaking about is Phoenix. This is stunning. It is so gorgeous. So Phoenix is described as a warm, burnished apricot. This retails for $29. Like I said, it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but it's still like mid-range pricing, not quite Pat McGrath $38. It contains 5.5 grams or 0.18 ounce of product, and it's stunning. The finish is gorgeous. It has this silky velvety feel to it. It feels almost like a cream to the touch, but it's not a cream, but it glides onto the skin, and the pigmentation, the punch is there. It's like boom, there you go. They have other shades, but the other shades are kind of lighter. They still have a punch to them, but I wish they would expand and make richer tones. I want like a really bold watermelon pink or a red. Oh my god, that'd be so stunning. But this formulation is really amazing, and I think Phoenix would be a nice shade for a lot of skin tones as well. It blends out really effortlessly, and it just looks so silky on the skin, and I didn't know that I was gonna fall in love with a blush, but now I'm using this blush to judge other blushes in my collection, and they just aren't living up to this. So absolutely love this. Absolutely say this is one of my favorite colored cheek products that I've tried this year. All right, next up we have another product that I bought on a whim. Just because it looked so beautiful, I was like, let me try it out. So this is from Saint Laurent. It is their all over glow powder, and I didn't know what to expect. Okay, this is meant to be an all over powder. You're supposed to like buff it all over your skin. I'm like, absolutely not, but I love it as a highlighter. It's what I'm wearing right now. So if you want this glow all over your skin, absolutely go for it. It will look beautiful if that's what you're into. I personally do not want that. I just want the glow right here on my cheeks where I look shiny and dewy but not glittery or chunky. And I think because it is meant to be an all over powder, that's why I enjoy it, because I prefer a very natural highlight. I don't want anything too blinding. I don't want anything chunky. I don't want any glitter. I don't want any sparkle. I just want a glow, and that's exactly what this gives me. So this is $48, and it contains 0.31 ounce of product or 8.8 grams, which, I mean, it's meant to be an all over powder, so you expect to have a pretty decent amount of product, and I mean, you're spending $48 for it. Packaging, stunning. Saint Laurent all the way. It's gorgeous, and there is a little brush that's even included, which I never use, but this as a highlighter, like I said, is so amazing. And I bought it on a whim because I was like, all right, let me try it out. So it looks like this peachy shade, but it actually translates as a little bit of a peachy pink. It looks a little bit more pink toned, and for some reason I love a golden pink on my skin. I don't know why, but it just looks so healthy. So this I didn't expect to fall in love with. I didn't know what to expect actually. I was like, all right, I'll try it out. This is why I can't go into stores and just look at products. The lockdown was supposed to help me with staying away from these purchases where it's just on a whim, pick it up in store, and look what happened. They let me out into the wild and I couldn't help myself and I picked this up, but I am so happy that I did because it's so gorgeous. Now I know I just listed out a bunch of face products and you guys are probably like, so no eye products? What's going on? I got you, don't worry about it. So I'm gonna mention my favorite eyeshadow palette that I tried out so far this year. Now, I don't know if you guys can guess, but I'm gonna give you a second to see if you can guess. What palette do you think has made it to this list? Well, it's the Violet Voss Cool Vibes palette. Oh my god. Why do I get so excited about this palette? It's so good. It's a neutral palette. I get that. That's fine, right? But it's such a beautiful neutral palette. It's cool toned, which I absolutely love. I love cool tone shades. It also has like a gray included, and I'm like, excuse me, did you guys go ahead and decide to make my perfect neutral palette? Because that's what you did. And I love it. Like, ooh, child. I am so in love with this palette. I love the looks that I created from it. And it's an everyday wearable while still being like a smoky, sophisticated palette at the same time. But it's not too rich or too deep where you're like, oh, it's too much. It's just right. And I am so in love with this palette. I love the formulation. I love that it's half matte, half shimmer. The shimmers are stunning. The only thing is there are two shimmers in here that look very similar. So Sub-Zero and Cool Side look very similar. But I don't care because the two shades are gorgeous. I'm like, okay, those are the shades I would use anyway, so if I have two of them, it's fine. I love this palette so much, and I've tried quite a few palettes throughout the year, and this one just stands out to me as my favorite. And I know it's a neutral palette, and I'm like, all right, I love color and stuff, but I love a good neutral. And with things opening up and travel being in my near future, I travel with a neutral palette because it's just easier. You toss it on the eyes, you can go from day to night pretty easily, and this is going to be the palette that I travel with. So definitely my favorite eyeshadow palette that I've picked up so far. Again, there are a couple more that I like, but this one is just the top of the list. Now here's another one that I didn't expect to love. Lashes. These are from Kiss. Now Kiss is killing it in the lash game right now. They have launched so many new styles, so many options. I'm just like, oh my god. So these are their Lash Couture Luxe Extensions collection. The style I specifically fell in love with is Royal Silk. These are so good. I'm wearing a pair right now and I'm in love. I love these so much. So these are reusable. You can reuse them multiple times. I've reused them like probably like 10 times before I throw them out. And they have it says here 30% thinner lash band, and they're lighter and comfortable. And I agree, absolutely agree. I don't feel like I'm wearing lashes. They're easy to apply because they kind of shape to your lashes easily because they are so flexible. I love them, and these are in the drugstore. You can get coupons for these. You can get them on sale. I think these are stunning, and I shouldn't have been buying lashes anyway because I put them on a no-buy list. But when I went and saw these in the drugstore, again, don't send me outside because I buy all the things. I just fell in love and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try them out, and I'm so glad that I did. And they have other styles in this same collection that are also beautiful, but I just fell in love with Royal Silk. They also have one that's Black Swan that I also love, and there's another one I forget, but the styles in these are really stunning. And again, they all apply really nicely, and I'm so in love with them. Definitely recommend checking them out if you're on the market for lashes. All right, now you know we couldn't go through this video without mentioning a lip product, okay? And the lip product that I fell in love with, I already loved. Let's be honest, this is something that was already in my favorites. But the new shades, oh my god. So these are the Gucci matte lipsticks. I'm not even gonna tell you the price point because they're ridiculously expensive for no damn reason except that they're gorgeous. The colors are amazing. The formulation is stunning. The packaging is amazing. Listen, okay? Again, in store minding my business. Well, I wasn't minding my business because I literally went right over to the Gucci display and I was like, all right, let me see what colors they have over here, because I already have other shades that I am completely in love with. So it was only right that I went in and checked out other shades, right? That's what I'm telling myself, just go with it. So the shades that I picked up, Vantine Fuchsia. Isn't this summer in a tube? Like, look at the, oh my god. And I've worn this in a few videos. I've layered it up with the other shade that I'm gonna mention, which is Cassie Magenta. Listen, these together, these alone, stunning. These are perfect summer lipsticks. I am so impressed with these colors. They're perfect. I've been looking for a beautiful bright fuchsia shade or like a bright poppy pink that is not too neon, too loud, and just stands out too starkly against my skin tone. And these two, just, oh my god, they meet all my needs and desires. I'm so in love. And I also picked up a Sophie Plum, this one. Now, purple lipsticks were the rage back in the day, but I was never really truly into purples. This one though, it's so good. It's so pretty. I just love these. These are so stunning. They're amazing. They layer up really well. They wear really nicely. They have this velvety kind of flocked look to the lips. They almost look like a liquid matte lipstick, but without the drying effect, right? They just look velvety and I love them. I love them. I can't even say enough. I absolutely love them. And now I'm gonna wrap up with brushes. Anisa Beauty. I did a full video on these brushes already, but I can't get enough. I've purchased so many of these. So I have the dirty ones that need to get washed. They're sitting right here. I'm actually going to wash my brushes right after this, but I have clean ones to show you guys. So I have duplicates upon duplicates upon duplicates of these because I love them so much. So this is the, what is it called? The Pinnacle Foundation Brush, which is a triangular shaped brush. These are all synthetic, all vegan brushes, and I just love this for foundation. It has been so amazing that I've put aside my other foundation brushes that I love too, but this has taken over. It's kind of like the new kid on the block takes over, and I'm okay with it. I absolutely love it. And then we have the Buffin Bronzer Brush. This is also stunning for sculpting the cheeks or getting like precise application of bronzer. I love this. Oh my god, did I get lip gloss on that? Oh no! But this is so good. I love this. And then the other one that I fell in love with is the Angled Concealer Brush. This is a larger, angled, rounded, dome-shaped concealer brush. I use it for applying my eyeshadow base. I use it for my under eye concealer. I can also use it to contour my nose. It's so versatile. So these brushes, I love them so much, and you can get a sale on these brushes all the time. There's always a sale, okay? They were having 25% off the other day, so you can get them at a discounted price, even though they seem a little pricey in the $30 range, but I'm telling you, you can get them on sale and get a much better price point. And I love them. I do highly recommend them. So that's it. There you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite products that I've tried so far in 2021. And like I said, I can do an extended version because I have quite a list. Like, I have more products to mention, but these are like the top of the top, okay? These are the creme de la creme that I wanted to share with you guys. These are products that I would share with my friends. Like, if my friend reached out and be like, listen, what lashes should I try out? I'd be like, listen, you need to go and check out Kiss because they are stellar. If you ask me what foundation, you know I'm gonna tell you Clinique or Fenty. I'm just saying, these are creme de la creme. So let me know what you guys think. What are some of your favorite products that you have tried out so far in 2021? Let me know. Let us know, because we might want to check them out too. If you found some real bangers out there, let a girl know. All right, so leave them in the comments below. I will go ahead and leave links to all these products mentioned in this video down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. If there's an asterisk next to those links, that means that they're an affiliate link, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through those links. It doesn't change the sale price, it just gives me a little commission for putting you on, because I just put you on, right? So feel free to shop through my links. It does help me to put right back into the channel, so I do appreciate your support. But if you're not comfortable with that, just shop the way you normally shop. No muss, no fuss. I'm just still happy you're here watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what's going on. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and if you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. And I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter page where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.